This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. The Nittany Lions headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Deep in the end zone, it's Stewart.
You can see it.
Here's Underwood to throw. Right side, it's Marshall. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Moves the pocket. It's Underwood. Left side, it's Marsh. Brings into the open. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love...
Snags it, and there's running room. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And the Wolverines have a lot of options on second and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. He's at the touchdown, Wolverines. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. They get set for the point after. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient five-way scoring drive. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, it's Hansen. Sweet cut there. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup with the defense.
Ooh, he got over the top.
The 30. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Penn State.
Okay.
He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. So here comes the Michigan offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the run, it's Marshall. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Second and long here. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the quarterback grabs the football so quick and tries to get out of his hand, rushes it a little bit on these quick throws. Sometimes they don't even grab the laces, and you could tell he just grabbed it, threw it a little bit too quick, and missed behind the wide receiver.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Out wide right, it's Sowell. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking for space, it's Hansen. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up third and inches.
They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Quarterback will keep it.
Why he made me in that
defense.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive, going for it on fourth down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now run out of the gun, James Peoples. They put the brakes on it. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Play number 9 on this drive. After the run, now to throw. Got his man on the right. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Still looking. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to
Why
the
my
end
guy
zone.
stop running?
Touchdown, Penn State. Got it right in the heart of the end
What the
zone.
hell is that? I never stop running.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score.
Hey, man, don't be that guy.
Oh,
Don't be
look at
that
Mr.
guy.
Hands taking the squibber inside the 30.
Don't be that guy.
They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36.
Do not be that guy.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on
Don't
the
be that
attack.
guy.
That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. He'll pull it down. Past the 45. Turning it on. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Bought a little time, lets it go. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They want to make sure they get this 4th and 3 play right, so they'll take a moment and think it over with a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They send the tight end in motion. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Under pressure. And he gets it away.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Yeah, good.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. There's some room. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
44.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
What kind of kid was that? What the fuck?
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll run for it. It's people.
Oh, wow. What a block.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
To the air. It's back. Fire
Bro,
to the right,
come on.
complete. Here's a little room there. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. This one's complete.
Oh, what the fuck?
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st
He
down,
should've
and
got
they're
that
down to the
ball.
42.
He should've got that ball.
Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. He'll take a deep shot here. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's
got
down
to
at
be
the
fucking
18-yard
serious.
line. It'll be a 1st down as they try to score one late in the half. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Keeping his eyes downfield. Needed to get rid of that football, but just couldn't turn it loose, and the defense got to it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. A Unloads to the wideout.
What the fuck? My guy just stopped. Bro, they cheating me. Dog, he getting some bullshit.
Well, all the different time management
Order was
situations
ordered
this
and
head coach was
stopped. What
using
the
in the
fuck is
first half
going
has
on?
led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
On the return, it's Stewart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 10 team, the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's the Mustangs with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got his man across the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Fast completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. He lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Big noise in the big house with his huge third down play. Sets his feet. It's Beck. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
Fields the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Underwood. Rush right in his face. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marshall. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Wants to go up top on second down. In traffic, it's Marshall. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Out wide left, it's Buchanan. At the 20, he's got space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Wolverines! They take the lead with the 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
From deep, it's Martin. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They're all over it. Working that left side now.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Moving out to the right. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. The corners are walked up tight. Takes the handoff, it's Hansen. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Moving the pocket, it's Beck. Throws to the wideout.
No way! No
And they
way!
make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Ground with the counter. Maybe some room here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Touchdown, Penn State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the lone running back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
There he goes. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. Throwing, Underwood. Throws quickly. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Wide open spaces. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Touchdown, Michigan!
this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. To the air, it's Beck. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long. With players like that getting after him.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So the defense sets him up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a... Snags it and he's open. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Bunch formation for these receivers. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Still on his feet at the 35. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
It's turn, man.
He's going to be brought down a huge loss on the play.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking to throw, it's Beck. On the move. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here of the game in the 4th quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium, and on that 4th down, you're able to hook up, move the sticks, and keep this momentum going.
Snap starts on 4th down. Throws to the tight
There.
end.
No way.
He will.
Whoa, how he even got that off?
Down.
How he even got that off is crazy.
For this defense as they try to salt this one away.
How he even got that pass too? That's a good hit. Hit.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Runs through a tackle. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking just like that guy did there.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick give. It's Marshall. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Wolverines lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll take it himself. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Buchanan.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Here's Underwood to throw. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. This drive will open from the 15. Dropping back, it's Beck. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Set downs going up top. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Timeout is called with just a single second left. Boy, do they need this field goal here in the 4th to get back to within 1 score. And it's good! And they've made it a 1-possession game here in the 4th quarter. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the